was, a very important slam for me, of course, knowing also the background, and it can happen. It was a good match from both of us, and had many chances, couldn't use them, and that's the outcome. So, but yeah, it hurts for sure.
David.
When did it feel like it was getting away from you and he was starting to get control? What turned?
There is not one moment, though, to be honest. I mean, I had my chances. I was in the fifth set. Many break points, couldn't use them. He came up with some great shots. And yeah, I mean, I'm decided sometimes a couple of different things. Today they didn't work, but that's how tennis is. So, I mean, I felt like also first set was a great level, from both of us. So, it's was a bit a roller coaster, and it happened like it happened today.
Charlie.
Yannick, were you surprised at all by Novak's level today? Just how well he was able to play?
I mean, he's won 24 Grand Slams, and we know each other very well, how we play. So, it's I always said, never how you say, surprised not, because I feel like he's the greatest a player for many years, and of course he's playing less tournaments because of his age and everything, but we also know how important Grand Slams are for me, for him, for Carlos and everyone. So there is this small extra motivation, and he played great tennis, and hopefully I can see some take it also kind of as a lesson, maybe, to see what I can improve on.
Ben.
Yannick, well done. What was so different about him tonight compared with the last few matches you played?
Every match is different. There is not, you cannot compare any match. If Roland Garros or Wimby was different, here was different again. So yeah, you cannot compare.
Ben.
What do you think on those? You had 8 break points in the fifth set. What do you think was there some common theme in them, or was each one just some different thing that?
I don't want to say all 8 break points. So yeah, I mean, most of the time he served very well. So you also have to say that. I had my chances. I was in the rallies a couple of times. I missed the shots, and it can happen. That's tennis. That's how tennis works. And but also great serving, and give him also a lot of credit. How he played today.
Last two there.
Just wondering how you're feeling physically at the moment.
No, I feel good. All okay.
Last one.
You won more points than Novak during the match. Did you feel like you actually get on top of him, or was it just those sort of key moments that you felt were going away
That's
from
too
you?
fast English, what?
Sorry, all good. So you won more points than Novak during the match. Did you feel that out of the game, or did you feel like you just couldn't convert those big opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, especially in the end, I was holding a little bit easier, and he was struggling a bit to hold, many break points. And so, yeah, I mean, I kind of knew that I made more points than him, but in the same time, it's quite irrelevant if we see the score.
Okay, Italiano.
Can a semifinal feel like winning a Grand Slam? For Novak Djokovic, the answer is yes. After defeating Jannik Sinner in 5 sets at the Australian Open, the Serb didn't just advance to the final, he experienced one of the most emotional and significant victories of his recent career. In his press conference, Djokovic broke down every aspect of his performance and made it clear that his ambition remains intact. We review his most important statements, including comments on his form, strategy, and expectations for the final against Alcaraz. Djokovic was straightforward. For me, this victory almost equals winning a Grand Slam. Although he does not rank it as the best of his entire career, he does place it among the best of the last decade. The context justifies it: a semi-final against Sinner, a two-time defending champion in great form. According to Novak, you couldn't ask for more. He acknowledged that his goal for this season was to compete head-to-head with Alcaraz and Sinner in the latter stages of Grand Slams. That's why he values this win so highly. He said that when planning his season, he envisioned these kinds of matchups. Now, having experienced one so early in the year, at the first Grand Slam, gives him confidence. He also referred to the physical challenge the match posed. It was physically very demanding and exhausting. I feel very proud, very happy, and also very relieved. The challenge wasn't only tactical, it was a battle of endurance, and Djokovic, at 38 years old, once again prevailed in a realm where few can hold on. Regarding his mental preparation, he was honest: "It's harder to motivate myself." Even so, he made it clear that he is still competing to reach Grand Slam finals, and that keeps him sharp. He said that seeking his highest level at these tournaments is what gives meaning to his current career. The match was a roller coaster, but he stayed firm. He attributed much of his success to having a clear plan. "I went out with great clarity, with a clear strategy and a well-defined game plan." He stressed that it's easy to say, but very hard to do against someone like Sinner, which makes his execution even more valuable. He also recalled his poor match against Musetti and how he managed to recover. "I know what I'm capable of." He admitted that in Grand Slams there are bad days, and that was one of them. However, he was able to turn the page, make adjustments, and return to the level that defines him, showing that his experience remains a key advantage. Djokovic did not hesitate to repeat that his victory over Sinner ranks among the best of the last 10 years. "I place it as the best of recent years and, without a doubt, as one of the best performances of the last decade." A statement that reflects how special that match was for him, both in level and context. As for what comes next, he prefers to take it step by step. "I don't know how I'm going to recover. We'll see. It's almost 3 in the morning." He confirmed that he won't train the next day and that he will dedicate every hour to recovering energy. He knows he needs to arrive as fresh as possible for the final against Alcaraz, a younger rival in excellent form. He also analyzed the matchup against Carlos Alcaraz. He said that they always play with history on the line and that a Grand Slam final against him is a special scenario. While he acknowledges that physical recovery will be more difficult for him, he also stated that he is motivated and prepared for that type of challenge. He highlighted what this new duel represents: "I play tennis competitively mainly to reach Grand Slam finals. Here I am, so I can't complain about anything." Djokovic doesn't play the victim or look for excuses, he simply celebrates being where he wanted to be. He recalled that last year he had already beaten Alcaraz in Australia and that this final will be another intense battle. He insists that, although every match is different, his preparation and mentality do not change. He is ready to compete at the highest level once again, and that is what keeps him active on the tour. He closed his remarks by reaffirming the emotional importance of what he had just experienced. "Right now I'm just trying to enjoy the moment I'm living tonight." For Djokovic, winning matches like this doesn't just add titles, it reaffirms why he keeps playing, because of nights like this, because of challenges like this. Novak Djokovic made it clear that his victory over Sinner was not just another step toward the final, it was one of his most significant performances of recent years. He valued the quality of his opponent, the physical effort, and the tactical precision with which he played, as well as the emotional context of returning to a Grand Slam final. At 38 years old, he remains motivated by competing at the highest level and by measuring himself against the best. For him, winning matches like this is the reason he is still at the top. And with the final against Alcaraz on the horizon, his ambition and determination are more alive than ever.